The retail industry has been constantly under waves of disruption. Big e-commerce coming in over the last 20 years with internet, and of course just technology coming into the store environment and the in-store experience. Both of you guys are on the cutting edge of this. Drew, you from an operational perspective, having built a great brand with Indochino. And of course, Michael, with Dor, you're really getting big data analytics out there, collecting data and really helping retailers get a better understanding of what's going on in their stores. So, Michael, I want to start with you. Do you think that there's a new wave of technology coming, a big wave of disruption beyond what we've seen so far in retail?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's been changing a lot over the past couple of years, and one of the really interesting things I've seen is a lot of these retailers are seeing how successful, e-commerce channels is, specifically because they're able to collect so much data about their customers. And now they're looking at their physical brick and mortar stores and they're trying to figure out, how can I track when people are coming in and out? How can I combine that with revenue and really generate insights to make operational changes to the store?
And when you think about differentiation through data collection, you're doing something really interesting where you're got an appointment model and really differentiated with that. So how does that technology work for you?
I mean, we were an online-only business, right? Digitally native, and or as what's known as digitally native, and we really felt to become a global brand, we needed to embrace retail. 85% of transactions are still happening, in the stores or in bricks and mortar. And so we spent a lot of time thinking about, okay, how do we introduce the brand and really offer choice of self-serve versus full-serve just sort of thinking from a technology standpoint. And full-serve for us is really making an appointment and then getting a style guide to walk you through that whole process of building a one-of-a-kind garment. And self-serve is doing it on your own in the e-commerce environment.
Plug and play becomes really important when you think about new technology, I'm sure, in the Indochino environment. Dor is out there offering something that's relatively plug and play. How does it work?
Right, no, that's exactly what we saw. It was so difficult to collect data previously, so we actually make a hardware solution. It's the only thing on the market that's battery powered, and it's literally peel and stick. So you just stick it on your doorway. It costs a couple $100 to get started, and we actually see our retailers gaining a 5 to 10% increase in revenue over the first 12 months just from these insights.
The retailer gets the data coming off the sensor system, and so you're doing some big data analytics around that, some predictive analytics, or how does it work?
Yeah, exactly. So we have a whole software platform that comes with the solution, and we focus on a few key points for the retailers. One being staffing. So a big thing we look at is staffing optimization. So look at foot traffic trends and see how we can change their staffing schedules to increase conversion rates, right? Even a couple % conversion rate increase ends up being that 5 to 10% increase in revenue.
Flowing right to the bottom line.
Exactly.
Indochino, have you looked at some technology solutions like that?
For us, because of the appointment-based model, we really wanted to take our fate into our own hands, so to speak. We didn't want to be reliant on walk-in traffic or people finding us just because they're walking by. Right. So we really drive demand and are truly like a destination for whatever center or high street that we're in. I think from my perspective, one of the biggest innovations that we're going to see over the next decade or even two is a movement towards virtual inventory, custom and personalized product. And so with us, we do it with two products. We do it with suits and we do it with shirts, and we're about to expand further, but it's really hard to do virtual inventory. When we were 3 years ago, our delivery window was 6 weeks. Now, 80% of our product ships and is delivered in 2 weeks. And a lot of that is technology driven. So how we transfer the data from the consumer app to our factories in China, our laser cutters taking those measurements and creating a one-of-a-kind garment very, very quickly.
So creating a virtual supply chain around all of that. Are there software platforms that are the market leaders in helping you do that?
We really needed to build it ourselves because, what we're doing, there's really truly not many companies doing what we're doing at the scale that we're doing it. I mean, we'll have close to 400,000 one-of-a-kind garments that are purchased, built, and then shipped to consumers. And so we really needed to figure that out.
What do you think is the way Dor is going to continue to survive in a technology competitive environment for retailers? All these retailers are looking for a way to differentiate themselves, looking at tech. How do you get Dor to be the leader?
The first step was just getting the foot traffic, that baseline metric coming in, but really the software platform we're creating is about aggregating all the data happening in the business. And as you've seen, a retailer isn't just a store, in a specific location. It's got an e-commerce platform, it might do wholesale, it might have mobile. So we want to collect all that data, and it becomes really powerful because you can look at trends, on e-commerce and apply those directly to your brick and mortar stores.
I think data at large for retail is the biggest challenge and the opportunity. There's just so much data now for whether you're entirely focused on bricks and mortar, omni-channel, or online only. There's just so much data. But the real key to success is how do you take that data and how do you put it into actionable, formats for your employees.